Hello everybody and welcome to this kindness meditation. This meditation technique is one I find really helpful. It is a practice of replacing negative thoughts with positive thoughts. This is not to say that this is going to be the answer to every problem. Sometimes we need to dig a little deeper to get to the root of why we might be feeling negative. But what it can do is it can momentarily get you out of quite a bad place and bring you into a place that's more positive so you can more effectively face life stresses, obstacles, manage relationships, etc. It can get you into a state of better health because when we feel positive, we're less stressed, and stress can contribute, as we know, to illness and all sorts and bad sleep. So it just is it's a nice, I think, sort of technique to transition you into a better mind state. So you just want to find a comfortable seat there, or you can lay down. You can sit on the floor like I'm doing, maybe using a cushion to support underneath your sit bones, or you might even sit in a chair. Just make sure that you can be comfortable. And you also might like to have a journal, a diary, something to write with nearby, as sometimes in these types of meditation, things can come up that you might like to make a note of. So perhaps you have that nearby. Take your comfortable seat or your comfortable reclined position, and I invite you to close your eyes, but you could also keep them softly open if that feels more suitable for this moment. Feeling whatever parts of your body are on the ground and just allowing that sense of gravity moving through you so you feel that grounded awareness of the earth supporting you. And then take a deep inhale and exhale out of the mouth gently. Take another deep inhale. Again, out the mouth. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath in at the top. Exhale. Hold the breath out when you get to the end. Inhale. Hold the breath. Inhale a bit more. Hold the breath. And exhale. Let it all go out the mouth or the nose. You might sigh audibly, just allowing that exhale to go all the way to its natural end. And then just allow the next inhale that follows it to just be received. And just let your breath flow with ease and depth from here on in, noticing how just through those slightly controlled breaths we did there, those slightly consciously lengthened breaths, the breath is now in a naturally slower state without much effort from you. And this is just a nice example of us just tuning ourselves in to that natural sort of state of things, that slightly slower pace. So underneath all the stress and the busyness of the mind, we have this actually quite slow and languid pace that we can trace by our breath. So just allowing your breath to stay super easy. And I invite you now to reflect or bring to mind the negative thought or thoughts. If there are lots of them, perhaps just focusing on one prominent negative thought. So something you have in your mind that has a story attached to it. Call that to the forefront of your mind, acknowledge it, allow it to be. Don't be ashamed of having the negative thought. Just, you can even say it out loud if you feel compelled to. And as you notice the thought, and perhaps the story attached to the thought, what I'd invite you to do now is see if you can feel the physical sensation of the thought, or that the thought creates, in the body. Don't think too hard about it. Just notice sensation in your body that arises when that thought comes up. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad sensation, it might just be a new sensation. What I invite you to do now, if you wish, is to place your hand on the area of your body where you feel this feeling. Again, there's no right or wrong, don't think too much, it's a feeling practice, not a thinking one. And just breathe there with your hand on this area, just focusing on your breath and how the hand maybe moves a little bit as you breathe in, up and out, and as it descends down with the exhale, just observing this. And just also noticing the temperature of your palm on your skin or on your clothing. You can feel it through your clothing perhaps. And just allow this feeling to move. Just allow it to move with the breath. You might even feel a sense that your hand, the warmth of your hand, is kind of lovingly drawing that feeling out of the body. Let the feeling take the center stage now rather than the thought or the story. And just spend about 5 more breaths in this way. And then just gently allow your hand to release. Take a deep breath in. Perhaps a nice audible sigh now as you exhale. Sense of letting that feeling go. And now what I'd like you to do is call to the forefront of your mind a really positive thought. That can be a thought of someone you love. It can be a thought of a place that has happy memories or that you feel safe in. It can be an event you have coming up in the future that you're looking forward to. And just allow that thought now to replay in your head. You might even say it out loud. Just thinking that thought, even if it doesn't seem to be happening in this present moment or even relate to this present moment, thinking that thought of maybe the person, the place, the event. And as you recall this thought, as you repeat this thought, notice how your breath might change. Perhaps it goes even slower. Notice the physiological effect of positive thought. Your heartbeat might slow, your body temperature might rise. You might feel physically muscles in your body relaxing. Keep repeating the thought and see if the thought, the positive thought, creates a particular sensation anywhere in your body. Will the thought into existence, and then if you feel that physical point, that locus of the feeling that the positive thought creates, again, place your hand. I invite you to place your hand over where that might be. Maybe you naturally smile here. Just feeling your hand once again, depending on where you've placed it, you might feel it move with your breath. Feel the texture of the hand on your clothing or on your skin. Feel the temperature, just notice. And again, also noticing the other things that change in our bodies when we have this positive kind of thought process when we change our breathing, physical sensation of being relaxed. And we'll just sit with this feeling now. You can keep your hand where it is. If it feels more comfortable to release the hand, you can. If your mind starts to wander onto the previous negative thought, repeat your positive thought like a mantra in your head. And let's just do this in silence for these next couple of moments. You could, if you wanted to, pause here and just continue on in this meditation. If you're ready to bring it to a close, just coming back to present awareness now. So keep the eyes closed if you've got them closed. And you can place your hands however you would like to complete this practice. So it might be that you bring them to Anjali Mudra, a little prayer. You might rest them onto the body or onto that area where there's a good feeling, there's a good sensation. And whether you have the palms pressed or the hands on the body, let them warm a little bit through your own body heat. And then what we'll do is we'll start to wander the hands up to the face, and you'll just create a little cover for your eyes. And then with the hands over the eyes, just gently begin to open the eyes. So you're just looking into the darkness of your palms. And then so slowly you're going to start to just release the hands down and maybe part the fingertips, but blinking the eyes open ever so slowly. And maybe as your eyes start to open, just keep them down toward the ground to begin with. And then very gently start to lift your gaze, taking in your surroundings, just noticing how you even subtly you might view things differently as you've moved yourself into this positive awareness. So it's quite powerful, even in that short practice. So that's where we'll leave it today. I hope you found this helpful, and I wish you a really great day or an evening filled with positive thoughts. Thank you so much.